Hello students, welcome to science class. Open up your books to page 6. So today our topic is 1.2 eyes. So let's start reading. Eyes are the parts of your body that enable you to see the world around you. This means that eyes help us with the sense of sight. Light rays fall on an object and bounce back. These rays then enter your eye and fall on the retina to form an image of that object. This part of the paragraph is explaining to us how we see an object. So, we see with the help of light rays. They fall on an object and bounce back into our eye, where then the retina helps to form an image of the thing that you're seeing. However, when your eyes see something, it appears to be upside down, like this. So in this diagram, you can see that we are looking at a tree. Our eyes are looking at a tree. So we're looking at it due to the light rays that bounced it back to us. And the retina created the image in our eye. However, it appears to us upside down, like this. In this diagram, they have labeled lens, which is the curved part of our eye, the optic nerve, and the retina, which forms the image of the object. So the caption is, images are inverted on their way to the retina at the back of the eye. Now let's look at this paragraph. It starts with, it is your brain that turns the image the right way around. Now how does your brain know what you're looking at? That is due to the optic nerve, because it's sending the information of what you are looking at to your brain. So the brain then turns the image the right way around so you can see the image properly. Now imagine when you look at something, it goes by so fast. That means all these steps happen so quickly because we are always looking at something. Yet we never see anything inverted, because when we are looking at something, our retina quickly produces an image and then it's quickly sent to our brain using the optic nerve, and our brain quickly turns the image the right way around. This clearly shows how complex the human body is, that all these steps are happening without even us realizing or noticing. The next paragraph says, it is your brain that turns the image the right way around. So it's not our eye that just sees the image the right way. First, it's inverted, and then our brain helps us see the image the right way. Then, eyes are protected by eyelids and eyelashes. So we all know that it's not just our eye. Around it are eyelids and eyelashes. The eyelid is on top of our eye, which helps us blink, and eyelashes are the hair that protect our eye. So let's read what exactly their functions are. Number 1, for your eyelids. Your eyelids close quickly if your brain senses danger to your eyes. So not only do we blink on a daily basis, but whenever you get scared or anything, you always close your eyes, right? That is the automatic impulse that your eyes have. Then, eyelashes trap dust and other tiny particles. Every body part has a function. Even tiny hair on our eyes have functions. They make sure to trap dust to make sure that our eyes do not get damaged. Here it says, did you know? Your eyes are the same size now as they were when you were born. And they will always remain the same size. They do not grow at all. How interesting. That means even when we were babies, we had the same eye size. And even when we grow up, we have the same eye size. So just have a look at this diagram of an eye. This will help make everything clear about what parts of an eye there are. So, number 1, the eyelid. This is covering the eye, as you can see. This is the skin. Then we have the cornea. This is not in your book or anything, but this is just the white surface. Then we have the iris. This, as you can see, is the colored area of your eye, right? And then in the middle, the darkest, the black sort of thing is pupil, the dark circle. This is in the middle of the iris. Then you have the lens. This is the curved area, as you can see with the iris. So number 1, the circle, the curved circle is the lens. Then the colored circle is iris. Then in the middle, the dark black is pupil. Then you can see that this outer area is retina, and then you can see these are all the muscles that they have labeled, and this will help you understand the next questions very easily. Okay, so we're done with the topic, so let's start with our hard words. I have underlined them and you should too. Number 1 is enable, then bounce, then retina, next optic nerve, inverted, eyelids, eyelashes, and lastly, particles. Now we are ready to open up our notebooks and make the title page. On a new page, start with date and day, then write science, page 6. In the middle, write Unit 1, the human body, reading and explanation done. Leave a line and write 1.2 eyes. Your title page is ready. Let's go to the next page. Time for a classwork and exercises. Your first exercise is always hard words. You have to write each word 3 times. I've told you all of these 8 hard words. Number 1, retina, then optic nerve, eyelids, eyelashes, enable, bounce, particles, and inverted. Make sure to write these 3 times. Second exercise is question and answers. So let's do these together. Question 1. Which parts of the eye protect our eyes from pollution? So first of all, understand this question. Not only is it saying protect your eyes from pollution, and you already read this so you know. However, it also says parts, not just one part. So think carefully. The first question's answer is eyelid, eyelashes, pupil, and iris are the parts of the eye that protect us from pollution. So in your book, pupil and iris are not mentioned, but they are the basic thing about the eye that you should know. Question 2. What corrects the image of an object seen by the eye? Hint, this is a body part. The answer, of course, is the brain corrects the image of an object seen by the eye. Make sure to write the full sentence and not just the brain. Now, question 3 says, what part does the brain play in helping you see? Now, this is very similar to question 2, but it's framed in a different way. So be careful. The answer of question 3 is the brain turns images the right way around. So we studied this, that we see first an inverted image and then our brain corrects it so that we can see it the right way around. Now question 4. What do the eyelids and eyelashes do? This is again similar to question 1 but also very different, so be careful. The answer is eyelids close when they sense danger to the eyes. Eyelashes trap dust and other tiny particles. This answer is very clear and is present in your book. Now question 5 is, how do you see an image? This question is very clear. You just have to say that we see an image upside down. Because until your brain doesn't fix the image and make you see it the right way, we are still seeing it upside down. Now the next exercise is fill in the blanks. You can see I have given a hint box so you can easily do this. You will do this one yourself. Number 1 is eye is the sense organ for dash. You all know this. Of course, the answer will be sight because the other two do not match. Of course, there is no sense called bounce back or moist. So of course it is sight. Part 2 is when the light rays hit an object, they dash. Again, pick from the hint box and you know that sight is done, so you will cross that out and then you have only 2 choices left. The third part says the eyeballs are kept dash with fluid. Now exercise 4 is multiple choice questions. Here you are given 3 choices and you will pick one. You will circle the answer and then write the answer in the blank. So for example, part 1 is the eyes lie in sockets in the dash. Part A is joints, part B is nostrils, part C is skull. This answer is very obvious. Of course, your eyes are in your head and your head's bone is called a skull. So of course you will circle part C and then you will write skull in the blank. Now part 2 says dash is the circular colored area of the eye. A bit tricky, but you can easily do it if you read carefully. Part A is iris, part B is lens, part C is eyelid. Now of course eyelid is not the colored area and even lens is not circular, lens is curved. So A is the answer because A is both. It is circular and the colored area of the eye. And that is also the definition of iris. Now part 3 is dash are the transparent piece of glass or plastic which has a curved surface. This is very obvious and easy. Of course, it is not iris or rays. So the answer is lens because it has a curved surface and they are a transparent piece of glass or plastic. This is again a definition. Your last exercise is state whether true or false. So in these brackets, you will just write T or F. So number 1 is the retina corrects the picture. Is this true or is this false? Yes, the answer is false because it does not correct the image. It just lets you see it inverted. Good job. Now let's move on to part 2. It says, the eyeballs are connected to lots of muscles for movement. Is this true or false? Good job, students. Of course, this one is true. Now part 3 says, eyelashes help to keep the eyes clean. Very easy. Good job again. Of course, this one is true because eyelashes keep all the tiny dust particles and all those things away.